Hello, BookTube, and this is the second book that I'm going to talk about in the Sackett saga, To the Far Blue Mountains by Louis L'Amour. I'm reading this along with a few other booktubers. It was started by Mark Richardson at Richardson Reads, and we're reading all 19 books this year, and this was originally published in 1976. Now, we're reading them in chronological order, not publication order. So this book picks up pretty well at the end, where Volume 1 ends, with Barnabas Sackett. He, him and friends had sort of liberated a family friend who was a duke that his father fought with in the war. In the wars, I should say. So, but that has caused a bit of strife because his one friend Peter, I think it is, he's being pursued for murder of one of the scoundrels in a sword fight that they liberated the older gentleman from. And also, too, now Barnabas is being sought by every part of the government and the queen, because the coins that he found a few gold coins, if we remember, from in the first one, that sort of gave him some extra money that he sold as antiquities. But now, for some reason, they think he's actually got the crown jewels that were lost in that area, King John's crown jewels. Now, so he's being pursued. So he does escape, a little bit, and he gets on the ship that he's going back with Abigail back to the New World. Abigail he plans on marrying. Now, however, he's been watched, and a Navy ship comes up along board and arrests him and takes him to Newgate prison. Now, he tells Abigail and everybody that he'll figure out a way. He'll come to the new land. So it goes through. He's in Newgate, but he escapes. Barnabas is almost like a superhero. He's the best at sword fighting as anybody. He rides a horse better than anybody. Shoots a gun better than anybody. Sword fighting, he can't be matched. In a fist fight, he can't be matched. Hunting, he can't be matched. As a sailor, he can't be matched. So anyway, he does escape, and he gets on a ship, a Danish ship, through Ireland. I think it's a Danish ship, I think. But he's with his Abigail, his betrothed maidservant, and she sort of is almost like a female Barnabas. She is pretty tough, but they go, but then the ship gets taken over. It's all these things. Like, I'm not going to go through them all and spoil everything because it is fun to read. But it gets taken over by pirates. He takes over the pirate ship, the other pirate ship, and then he finds where Abigail was. But he's like, the ship has been burnt. It's up on shore. He thinks they're all dead, but they're not. They've been living in the swamp. So they move inland a little bit, and they start basically a colony. But at some point they decide, oh, well, we'll just take a jaunt back to England with some, but he's scared of going to England because of getting caught again and put in prison. So they go to Spain, or Portugal. It's like one thing after another. There's always something that happens that he's got to fight to get out of, and then they're back in the new land again. And he winds up having 4 sons and a daughter. Is it 4? Yeah, it's 4 sons and a daughter. but his wife Abigail doesn't want to raise a daughter, in the wilds of North America, and so she goes back with the youngest son as well to England to bring his daughter up as a lady, and the son is going to study law, and the others are sort of they're backwoodsmen, and they help. There's other colonists that have come in the meantime, so we're talking like 20 years. This is early 1620s probably, by the time the novel ends, and they continually have problems with a group or two of Native North Americans. And well, I won't spoil the ending, what happens, but yeah, he's always talking about the far blue mountains. He wants to go over the blue mountains, and he finally does at the end of the book. And they're in Virginia, or modern day Virginia, sort of, and it's the Blue Ridge Mountains, the Blue Mountains, and but again, it's a really good story, and it moves along. So there's always every 20 pages there's something dramatic happening, so it keeps the story going. But as I say, he's a little too perfect in many ways, and he talks in hindsight about how great America could be, or can be, living with the Indians and all this kind of stuff. It gets a little tiring at times. It's very, but it's not unlike any other book where, like, you get ones about the British Empire. The British Empire is the greatest thing since sliced bread, but you go with the fun of the story. It's not high literature, but it was a very, very enjoyable read. I think it's probably, other than another book, there's one or two that are like this is 300 and some pages. 370 some pages, and I think there's another one that's almost that size. But next month, no, that's not it. Next month is the Warrior's Path, and it's a slimmer volume. That's for March. So yeah, I'm looking forward to reading all of them, actually, because I have read some. I think I might have read the Warrior's Path, but there's many that I haven't read, and I'm thoroughly enjoying them. It's not too late to join in if you want to. There's a Voxer group that we discussed a little bit about the story. So if you want to be added to the Voxer group, just do ask. And yeah, so I'll see you next time for the continuing Sackett saga. Thank you, BookTube.